Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I have yet another unboxing and product spotlight for you. Arrma has been very busy with new releases, so I figured I would show you yet another one. If this is your first time joining us, thank you very much. And if you're returning, I really appreciate you coming back for another video. Let me get this unboxed and I'll show you what's inside. All right, what we got here is the new Arrma Infraction 6S. This is based off of the original Infraction with a few new additions, as well as a new painted body. The body we got in today happens to be the silver one. I must say I'm quite impressed with the body as a mix of glossy and flat elements. So it really adds something special, something that's a new change to the body. You can see in the background the Arrma Felony for size comparison. If you're unaware, it's the exact same chassis underneath. They just make some new changes with this new version of the Infraction. Getting a closer look at the body, you can see the mix of glossy and flat elements I was speaking about, and the new brighter color really brings out more of the detail in the body. Comparing to the Arrma Felony that's here, you can see these models are exactly the same size. So you're not going to see much of a difference in that area, except for the fact that the rear of the car is a bit wider with those wider tires in the Felony. Getting a closer look at the chassis, it is the exact same thing as you would expect to see. All the same drive shafts as the Felony. They have added this new braking system back here to lock up those rear tires, as well as that new heatsink and fan that's located on this side. And looking closer at that pinion gear, that is that same assembly where they use the E-clip, so just in case your pinion gear comes loose, you don't lose your pinion. Comparing against the Arrma Felony, it's the exact same chassis again, but you'll notice this does not have that braking assembly like the Infraction has. Looking at the chassis again, we see the same adjustable aluminum shocks and sway bars. It does have dog bones in the rear. It has that same drive shaft stiffener as the Arrma Infraction has. And up front they do give you CVDs instead of the dog bones to help limit binding when you steer. Now, in looking closer at the body of the Infraction, what I've actually done here is I have placed it on the Felony chassis. I've not made any adjustments whatsoever to the body or to the chassis itself. I just kind of set things right on top here so you can get a good idea of how this lines up on the Felony chassis. So looking at those rear tires, just poking out ever so slightly. But also, if you'll notice, this sits right on top of those rear posts. And the front posts are just a bit narrow, so a little bit of adjustment to your body posts. And you can fit these bodies interchangeably between the Felony and the Infraction. And you shouldn't need anything more than just the body itself. Now, if you hang tight, we'll continue with the guided tour. all in all, I'll say that the new Arrma Infraction is a great addition to the Arrma lineup. I really love what they're doing with the asymmetrical design of this body, the mix of colors. It really adds something special to that shell that I think was missing from the previous version. And compared to the Felony, it's almost identical, just with that added feature of that braking assembly and the change of the body, as well as the more narrow tires. It really should make this thing slide very, very well. I will say that I do have one concern, and hopefully I'm wrong about this, is that with that braking assembly causing that center differential to lock up and transfer power at a moment's notice, I am worried about that plastic differential case and the heat that's going to be generated and maybe causing some melting, which will be very problematic for durability. And like I said, hopefully I'm wrong about that. Well, anyway, that's going to wrap up this video, and I really hope that you enjoy what you saw today. If you did, or if you've benefited from anything that you've seen today or any of my previous videos, please consider giving me a like, a subscription, and don't forget to hit that bell if you want to see notifications when the new videos goes up. I've mentioned this many times in my videos. If you're not hitting that bell, you're not getting those notifications, so make sure you go back and hit that for all of your subscriptions. Well, thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.